name is Novita Ramadhani Murti from Statistics Department Batch 55. And as you can see here, in this evening, I'm not alone. Here with me is my partner today.
Hello, my name is Apriana Sukaina from Statistics Department Batch 56. We are the moderator of today's FGD. We are very pleased to see you here and welcome all of you to this FGD. Next, I would like to read today's agenda. So this FGD is divided into 4 sessions: opening, presentation, discussion, and closing. For today's FGD, we are going to discuss about responsible consumption and production.
But before we move to the presentation, may I introduce to you our speaker this evening. Joining us today is a great person. He is now an undergraduate student of IPB University from major of Resources and Environmental Economics.
She is chosen to be president of Young untuk Bogor 2020-2021, and she is also part of IAS, International Association of Students in Agricultural and Related Sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Katherine Yuliana Marpaung. Hi, Katherine. How are you today?
Hello, Novita. I'm great. Thanks for asking, and thanks for inviting me to this amazing event.
It is so good to have you here, Katherine. Thank you so much for joining us.
So, without further ado, I would like to give the time to our speaker for presenting. Katherine, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Apriana, and also thank you for Novita for being a great master of ceremony that makes me feel so much energy from two of you. And also thank you for the other participant who joined this focus group discussion. But anyway, sorry, but I forgot to turn off my television. So wait. Okay. So now, could you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, I'm ready. Thank you, Navita. So, let's start. First of all, sorry for the yes, in not miscommunication, but okay, let's just start. Okay, good evening, everyone. So today's theme is responsible consumption and production, which is SDGs number 12. But I adding start with us because I think SDGs is so many got so many points that will be the that will be so complicated if we talk about it so many uh only one SDGs is get so many subtopic or subunit point. So just gonna discuss about what can we do to achieve this point. So, Novita already talked about me, but let me introduce myself for people. My name is Katherine Yuliana Marpaung, or I rebrand myself as Kat Saris. And also, this is my organization and committee experience. And I have been active in IAS, IAAS, International Associate of Students in Agriculture and Related Science, since my first year in IPB University. And also, right now, I'm a president of Young Out of Bogor. If you guys curious about Young Out of Bogor, you could see it at Instagram with @YOT Bogor. Bogor. Okay. Okay. Now in our screen, This is a sustainable development goals that was established in 2015 from United Nations, and we got 17 points here in SDGs. And of course, each of the point is related one to another. Our main point today is SDGs number 12, which is responsible consumption and production to ensure sustainable consumption and production pattern. For little describing, its sustainable consumption and production is about promoting resource and energy efficiency, sustainable infrastructure, and providing access to basic services, green and decent jobs, and a better quality of life for all. There is two keyword from the SDGs. It's first one is consumption and the second one is production. Because I already mentioned that our time is about start from us. So the main point is consumption. What is the most product that you consuming every day? Okay, don't leave the checkbox will being blank for all of uh, my presentation. You could also comment in the chat box. I will read it after my session. And also, uh, I forgot to mention that I'm not expert in this area in SDGs thing, but I will just share what my opinion, and also you could guys share your opinion. If you disagree or if you agree with my opinion, you could chat in the chat box, or if you have a question, maybe in the last session you can ask it. The answer is food. So, what is the most product that we consume every day? So the answer is food. Once again, it's food because most of us eat 3 times a day, which is breakfast, bread for breakfast, or etc., lunch, dinner, or maybe we also have snack time, which is mean that we consume so much food every day. Because I mentioned the SDGs is have a connection between one to another. The connection between the SDGs number 12 that I think is about us, relate about us, relate with us is SDGs number 2, because end hunger and achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. Because the last one we talk about consumption, and we really consuming so much food each day, so it will be related to zero hunger, from ending poverty and hunger to responding to climate change and sustaining our natural resources. Food and agriculture are an important part of every goal. It's already saying that food and agriculture are important in every goal, but mostly in goals number 12 and number 2. And as you can see, this is the I will underline the word climate change, because if we waste so many food, it will be also affecting or supporting climate change. Not supporting, but one of causes for climate change is also food waste. Did you guys already got the connection between these two goals, responsible consumption and production and zero hunger? Okay, let me talk about it more. So the connection between the two SDGs is sustainable food and agriculture, or even in the whole SDGs. What is food sustainability? Food sustainability is a key or tools to reach sustainable development goals. Why we could say that? because according to the Varela Center for Food and Nutrition, food is a common thread linking all 70 SDGs goals. No, SDGs I mean. And given the interconnected between economic, social, and environmental dimension of food system. But nowadays, we have a habit that endangers sustainability, food, and security. Maybe some of us doesn't realize it because uh, of the promotion and also the trend nowadays. Could you guess what it is? Okay, the answer is food delivery and takeout are on the rise before and after pandemic. I think after pandemic will be like boom. It will be so many of us who delivery or maybe take out our food. So are the mountains of trash that create not only food delivery but takeouts, whereas it's also the trash is increasing. We have a data here. Every year, Americans throw out 120 billion cup or 363 paper, plastic, and styrofoam cups per person. Maybe in Indonesia, styrofoam from if we take all seblak, they were styrofoam. They still use styrofoam, plastic, and plastic fork, and so many plastic. And don't forget the leftover we throw out because of the big portion of the food that we take out or delivery. So it's so many trash that production we were producing because only consume food delivery or take out. So what we can do? First, we could bringing people together to reduce food loss and food waste because in this era, social media engagement is really important, and also so many organization or community that is have a campaign to support eco labeling, like so support food waste in IS. We support no food waste by campaign Snap Food. So it will be remind our friends to don't leave any food behind and take off. Yeah, and then use our own tumbler or our own bowl or our own Tupperware to take out the food. And if we really must delivery food, order delivery food such as go grab food or go food, we could still have a delivery, but maybe we can not to the driver or not to the restaurant. Please don't use styrofoam. Maybe you could use kertas bungkus instead of styrofoam if you have it. And also, I don't need the fork, plastic fork or chopstick. Uh, to be honest, chopstick may be better than plastic, but if we can, it's better not use any of that and use just whatever in your home. And why food loss and food waste ini could help stop or could help support SDGs number 2 and number 12? Because reducing food loss and food waste is critical to create zero hunger world and reaching the world sustainable goals, especially in SDGs number 2 and SDGs number 12. Because so many people on the planet, food is a given. But for the struggling more than 8 820 million people who are still hungry, and food is not a guarantee there. So for us that still could eat 3 times a day. Maybe we should more grateful and don't waste our food, and also spread the love, not love, but spread the information for the others to keep reminding each other for not food waste, because not only what we consuming that is our responsibility, but also what we producing, the trash that is left behind because of us, it's our responsibility to take over it. Maybe if you already know, there are so many people who already shared a video about how to manage the left food for pets food, or for uh, pupuk, atau they can also use it as managing organic waste, organic trash. I think there is so many content about that, uh, that we could use it for managing our trash. And also, this is 9 practical tips for a healthy and sustainable diet that, for me, it could also help for reach food sustainability. The first one is eat more fruits and vegetables, because we know that the fruits and vegetables have a really short-term explain more than our snack expired. And the second one is eat locally when in season. The third one is avoid eating more than needed, especially treats. The fourth one is swap animal protein to plant-based protein, such as tofu or tempeh. The number five is choose whole grain rather than snack. The six is choose sustainability sources. Seven is eat dairy production in moderation. Eight is avoid unnecessary packaging, but you could still use packaging that is eco-friendly. And number nine, I don't recommend the number nine one, because in Indonesia, drink tap water is not that hygienic. But if you live in apartment that is support for drink tap water, or you have um, something who will filter the drink tap water to be more hygienic, it's really recommended. So you use that. Last is from FAO. It's also an easy tips that we can fight food waste. First is ask for smaller portion, because it more than our portion, it will be have a much food waste. But in this era, because uh, we still in the pandemic situation, it's better for us to not eat in the restaurant or the places that we buy, but it's better to take over but use our own package. Yes. Number two is love your leftovers. It's what I said before. The leftover, maybe you could have creation for your leftovers to be managed more, for become a food for your pets, such as chicken. I think chicken it's uh the leftover rice in a village. So many people who give their leftovers to their animals. The third one is shop smart. So the shop smart is in the beginning of the pandemic. There's so many of us that is overbuying, because we afraid that uh, we don't have enough food for us in the quarantine. But still remind ourselves and remind our family to shop smart, that is, please buy only what needed. Maybe you could also make a list before you buy it. And number four is buy agri fruits and vegetables. Hmm, why we must buy agri fruits and vegetables? Because maybe they have a really very short time for to be consuming before it will be not in a good condition. So if we want to cook right after our shopping time, maybe you should buy the agri fruits and the vegetable to really have a fast cook them before it will be not eatable. Number five is check your fridge. You could set it into the right temperature. The sixth one is practice FIFO first in and first out. Second one is understand depth of your food. So don't because of we sometimes overbuying something, and please don't forget the expired date before it's not eatable anymore, and also it is a food waste, right, if we couldn't eat it anymore. So number eight is turn waste into compost. Number nine is sharing is caring, give to help. So in Indonesia is already we have already an application. uh, I have joined it in Spinner before. It's named GFood, GIFOOD. So GFood is sharing our leftover food, but still eatable and hygienic, of course, to the others that need it. But of course, because not all of Indonesians citizens have phone and have a good connection, so maybe we could sharing it to our neighbor or your family if it's near to your house. But still, don't forget to keep wearing mask and also keep the food hygienic. So that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. And if you have any question, or I think thank you for the time. I will leave it to Master of Ceremony first. I will give it back.
Okay. Wow, such an informative and interesting presentation. Thank you very much, Catherine. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this amazing presentation.
Okay, now let's continue the discussion session. This session is divided into two termines, and for the first termine, we open for two questions or opinions.
For the audience, if you have any questions or opinions, please turn on your microphone and camera, then mention your name. And you can also mix it with bahasa if you want.
Are there any questions or opinions from the audience? Okay, Aditya Widodo has raised hands. Okay, Adit, time is yours.
Uh, okay. First of all, I would like to thank you to Catherine for the insightful presentation. Uh, as we can see in there is a lot of company, especially food company, use plastic or aluminum packaging to keep their product in good quality until it receive in customer hand. Okay. I want to ask your opinion about is is that possible for company to keep their product in good quality with environmental friendly packaging as good as if they use plastic or aluminum for their packaging? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Adit, for the question. Now let's hear the answer from Catherine. Sorry, Catherine.
Hello,
Yeah.
am I heard about?
Yeah.
Okay. Aditya, thanks for the question. So it's about the plastic or aluminum packaging in Indonesia, right? Um, Let me answer it based of my opinion. No, so if you guys, some of you want to add more information, it's really open. So from my opinion, it's also from economics environment student college. It's really hard to change our mindset and also change our production supply chains and packaging because plastic is a lot cheaper than environmental friendly packaging, as we could see. But some of us, but not in food, see, I guess, but maybe for skincare bottle or what our mineral water. Some of them is already from an environmental friendly packaging. For example, maybe sorry if I sebutin mereknya. Contohnya Aqua, dia kan sempat tuh ngeluarin yang kemarin. Katanya tuh environmental banget kan packagingnya. Even though as you can see it's still plastic though. And we also already have so many ideas and innovation for the packaging. But in Indonesia, not not many of us found it really important. Many of us think about maybe we can use the plastic in the mini market in Alpha in Indomaret. We can't use it. But if we really pay attention about it, it's not the problem for that. We use tote bag, but inside our tote bag we eat chips and we eat uh sorry, I use it also because I'm not in my home, but we use to drink mineral water from one use bottle, single use bottle, and then we also buy so many things about that is not environmental friendly packaging. That was the point in the tips below. In the tips before, I said about please eat the whole grain and then reducing our snack because I don't know if we could change it, but I think we still can change it if you were the menteri maybe nanti, and then if some of us maybe the president and support environmental because we know that we're still developing our country and we doesn't pay attention much for environmental that is really worse, but I think we could do the best by reducing to consume snacks from unenvironmental friendly packaging. That's all we could do right now. And maybe because there is a trend for petition, you could also make it as a petition to no use thin plastic in the packaging. I think that's better because sorry, I think I will add more. For example, um, di pasta gigi kan sebenarnya pakai kotak tuh. Di negara lain tuh sempat mau ngilangin kotaknya gitu kan karena kan nggak guna gitu, useless banget using paper just for the outside of the toothpaste. But it's really hard to delete that item. Apalagi di Indonesia yang orangnya itu masih susah diatur gitu ya. Jadi itu bakal jadi pertimbangan. But once again, it could be also start with us. So it starts with us, and then maybe you could share after this about the discussion point that is, please don't eat so much snack. Maybe like that, and then you could remind your friend, maybe some of your friends will be questioning why we should reduce our snack, and then you could explain it to your friends. It's being like that.
Okay.
I see. Thank you very much for your good opinion, Catherine.
Okay, thank you, Adit, for the question.
Welcome.
Thank you, Catherine, too, for the answer.
Okay, move to next question. Anyone else who wants to ask a question or share about your opinion? We still have slot for 1 second, Ermin. Are there any questions or opinions?
I
Okay,
think there's someone who raised hand.
yes, please to Kak Alfa.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, first of all, I would say thank you to Catherine, such a great presentation, very insightful. So I have one question and maybe some opinion too. So as we know that humankind is polluting the water in the river or lakes faster than nature can recycle or purify like that. So um, as we know that the river is always flow from the higher area to lower area. So now uh, many of us still disposing the food waste or textile waste in the river. So it would be dangerous to consume because many area in Indonesia still depend on the river for daily consumption. And what can government do for solve this problem? Because I see still many regulation that no apa ya kayak masih belum memperhatikan ini dengan serius gitu. Jadi masih terlalu banyak yang banyak orang yang membuang limbah tekstil maupun limbah makanan di situ, sedangkan di daerah lain kan sungai mengalir. Nah, jadi di situ kayak masih banyak orang-orang yang masih bergantung di sungai sebagai ya daily consumption, but ya kandungan dari sungai is very dangerous to consume. What's your opinion about this thing and the regulation that can solve the problem? Thank you very much.
Okay, Alfalfa. So I think I will directly answer it. First of all, you have an amazing opinion, I guess, because yeah, as we know that not many of us still already use tap water, and also I mentioned it to drink tap water before. Um, in Indonesia, the water regulation is still sucks. Still really under the quality because of the river, as you already said, because so many of us throw trash in the river, and then not only in the river, but bantaran sungainya juga penuh banget sama sampah, dan uh, the color of the river water is really like a Milo. It's really not drinkable, to be honest. But um, still in the village, probably they consuming the water, and then also have so many activities with those waters in yeah, as it new, not in a good condition for to be drinking. Nah, regulationnya itu gimana? Mungkin so I will tell it based of my experience in Jakarta. So I lived in Palmera before. It's really near of my high school. And then there are so many papan tulisan regulasi tulisnya buang sampah sembarangan denda 500.000, tapi di bawahnya ada banyak sampah. Jadi kayak ngeledekin gitu. Sebenarnya regulasi di Indonesia udah baik, tapi nggak ada yang mantaunya gitu. For monitoring and evaluating the regulation is really, 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 they don't pay attention about it. They just quit the regulation and then they spread the information and make the world knows that, oh, Jakarta already make a regulate for people who throw trash and blah blah blah. And then the other side of world will see that Indonesia is such a good country, and but for the prosesnya itu masih kurang gitu. Jadi mereka regulasinya udah bagus, tapi pemantauan itu kurang. Kalau di luar negeri, to be honest, di negara-negara maju, mereka tuh udah pakai CCTV dan AI. Jadi ada yang buang sampah tuh ketahuan, ada yang melarang lampu merah, tiba-tiba besoknya disamperin ke rumahnya, kamu melakukan pelanggaran kayak gitu, and then they got punishment right away, just like that. Makanya mereka makin berkurang atau enggak perlu merasakan dulu gitu loh sebenarnya. Kayak di Jepang, for example, mungkin aku bahasa Indonesiain biar agak lebih kita gampang-gampang juga ya untuk bicarainnya. Kayak di Jepang, mereka itu dulu pernah mengalami banjir yang parah banget buat mereka, dan mereka ngerasa itu menjijikan. Jadi mereka berusaha untuk mengatur sampahnya biar bagus gitu. Nah di Indonesia tuh masih kurang banget. Menurut aku tuh sosialisasi tentang sampahnya itu masih dianggap remeh banget gitu. Karena kita terlalu gampang ke distract dengan hal-hal yang berbau politik ataupun berbau tentang pekerja. Sebenarnya pekerja juga penting, semua hal penting, tapi menurut aku tentang lingkungan tuh masih sedikit banget orang yang take action di situ. Nah, di sini lah mungkin kita sebagai teman-teman yang memang udah belajar di IPB, udah dapat banyak banget, bahkan udah di tempat yang dilabelin green campus, itu harusnya bisa untuk lebih lebih gitu kan, karena seminimal mungkin kalian bisa sharing di sosial media. Jujur banget, kadang each of us take the social media is not have so many big effect for us, but it is small action could also make big effect if the quantity is really high. So if all of Indonesia IPB citizen is supporting this regulation, maybe the government will be take action for it. Dan sebenarnya tuh udah banyak banget sih action di tentang larangan buang sampah dan juga untuk water regulating di desa-desa. Cuman masih lama banget butuhnya karena aksesnya itu masih sedikit dan juga butuh biaya yang besar gitu. Makanya di sini mungkin harapannya 10 tahun ke depan itu bisa dilaksanakan gitu. Pengen aku tentang regulasinya sih, to be honest, it's already good, but still have so many to do in monitoring the regulation.
Thank you for Katrina for the answer. So cuman mau ngasih ya tanggapan. I'm agree with Katrina. So especially in my area in Ngawi, I live in Ngawi East Java. So the regulation udah bagus, cuman there are still many textile factory, food factory that just throw the waste into the river. So ya itu cukup meresahkan juga sih, karena ya sebenarnya bukan hanya factory saja yang harus concern sama hal ini, tapi juga semua stakeholder such as government, civilian, and the factory to sustain the river in Indonesia. Thank you, Katrina.
Oke, bentar aku minta waktu 1 menit aja. Jadi kalau emang ini di tempat kamu, karena tadi kita tahu monitoring sistemnya in Indonesia is not really good, maybe you could help the government to spread the news and the fact because you already saw the textile factory throw the membuang itu ke kali gitu kan. Karena kayak contohnya nih yang kemarin gitu kan di suatu tempat kolam berenang di Bogor gitu kan. Kan di videoin tuh di TikTok ya kan. Oh, ternyata rame gitu kan, langsung didenda 10 juta kan. Itu pun lagi hip sekarang. TikTok tuh lebih banyak banget yang gunain karena orang-orang pada gabut. Jadi kalau bisa digunain TikToknya jangan joget-joget doang, walaupun aku kadang joget juga. Cuman coba gunain buat ngebuktiin itu gitu loh. Kan bisa makin bantuin government-nya. Jadi jangan cuma kita debatin doang government-nya, tapi if we could help them, just help them. Anonim
Okay.
aja tapi.
But I still hate the factory. Ya karena most of case in my area ya kayak this factory is not not aware for the uh, waste reducing, or just like throw the waste into the river. Yeah, that's still
Just report them.
yes. I agree. Okay, thank you, Catherine.
Okay, thank you, Kak Alfafa and Catherine. We still have time, so we open the second termin. Okay, please, Kak Sophie.
Good night, all. Is my voice hearable?
Yes.
First, thanks to the speakers, Catherine, who has delivered the material very interestingly. Thanks also to the MCs who have given me the opportunity to ask questions. Sorry for not turning on the camera, because here we discuss responsible consumption and production. So I will ask something. Sorry, maybe what I will ask here is not about consumption in the form of food, but the use of mass. During the COVID pandemic,
Okay.
we are advised to always wear masks in accordance with existing health protocols. As we know, the continuous use of disposable masks is not a good thing because it is wasteful and it's not environmentally friendly. And as a solution, we are encouraged to wear cloth masks in the hope of preventing waste and as an effort to protect the environment. But this does not appear to have changed people's habits of not wearing disposable masks again. In this case, what are the opinions and views according to Catherine? Thank you.
Okay. So if I got the point is so many people wearing one-use mask or single-use masks right now, and you have cloth mask. Am I wrong? Kayak klub masker gitu, kamu punya atau gimana?
Maksudnya gini kan, selama pandemi ini kan kita diharuskan buat pakai masker kan. Cuma pemakaian masker yang sekali pakai itu termasuk kayak pemborosan gitu dan sifatnya nggak ramah lingkungan. Nah, terus beberapa udah ada kayak anjuran buat pakai masker kain gitu kan, biar mengurangi pemborosan sama lebih ramah lingkungan. Soalnya dia bisa dipakai beberapa kali. Nah, tapi kebanyakan orang Indonesia ini masih banyak yang pakai masker sekali pakai. Nah, menurut Catherine gimana tanggapannya dan pendapatnya tentang ini? Cukup jelas?
Okay. Yes. Okay. I got it. So sorry, I misheard about cloth mask, and then I confused with what is the cloth mask. Okay, but okay. Thank you, Sophie, for the question. It's a really, really great question because we got a new problem, a new big problem one. So not face mask. Okay. Single-use mask. If you want to know, most of them before our pandemic, kalau kalian perhatiin di daerah medical, di medik itu mereka selalu pakai single use, single use latex gloves, single use mask, and so many single use things. I already asked it to the in the seminar about that, but everyone is saying that it's for hygienic things that we should keep it hygienic. So we use single use, gitu kan. The problem is for latex, I suggest them to change from usual plastic to apa sih plastik yang dari ubi gitu, mungkin bisa dibikin kayak gloves itu aku pernah saranin ke mereka. Terus kalau about single use masker, yes, maybe we could have a challenge for not using it and using from kain that better than the single one. But kadang tuh orang-orang Indonesia terkenal dengan kemagerannya gitu. Maybe the next one we should make a content about stop using the single use. Atau maybe we should analyze first why there's so many people who use single use one than the more friendly mask. Maybe because they were traveling or they found it hard to wash the mask or etc. First of all, we should identify why, the big why they use single mask. And the second one, we should promoting and start to against the single use. Maybe you guys already still remember the first segment, not segment, but the early pandemic. When the pandemic comes, the single-use mask is really, 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 really kebalikannya cheap, apa ya, kita mahal gitu ya. Sangat-sangat mahal saat pertama-tama kali pandemic. Harga single use itu mahal banget, naik almost 3 times than the usual price. Terus di situ orang-orang bikin masker kain, bikin gitu-gituan kan karena harganya mahal. But gak tahu gimana, jadi harganya turun lagi karena so many factories realize that anyone needed the supply from the consumer is really high, so the factory producing more single use than the kain-kain itu. Nah, so sebagai yang kain-kain juga sebenarnya tuh ada plus minusnya gitu loh teman-teman. Karena kita juga tahu kan kadang tuh beberapa perusahaan tekstil itu juga mereka ngeluarin waste juga dari bahan-bahan itu kan. Nah mungkin kita tuh bisa jangan beli masker kain tapi bikin sendiri, jahit sendiri dari baju-baju bekas. I think it's really great choice if you want to spread more information to reduce using single use one. And sebenarnya aku lebih setuju regulasi kalau harga yang single use dimahalin sih, karena if the price is higher, it will be decreasing our demand for single use one. It's better, but let's talk about it to the government. Maybe that's my opinion. If the others or Sophie have to add more, want to add more.
Okay, thank you for the answer, Catherine.
Okay, thank you, Yin, Sophie, for the questions, and Catherine for your answer. Hopefully, with the discussion, we can change our view about responsible consumption and production.
So, ladies and gentlemen, finally we have come to the end of our discussion. But don't worry, we will post a recording of this FGD on GSB YouTube channel in a few days.
I would like to say thank you to Catherine for answering those questions and for the great presentation. It was a pleasure to have you with us. And also thank you for the audience to your active participation. Hopefully the discussion will be remarkable and helpful for you all. Don't forget to fill the presence link in itb.link/presency-fgd. You can see it on the chat room.
And now we get to the last session in this FGD, that is closing. But before ending today's FGD, we will have a photo session. For the audience, please turn on your camera, then show your best pose. My friend Raja will take a screenshot. Raja, please count from 1 to 3.
Okay, just hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second while I get everything prepared. Okay, everyone, have you all turned on the cameras yet? Okay, on the count of 3, give your best smile, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe one more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's it. That's it, guys.
Thank you. Finally, on behalf of the Beta Club staff, I would like to express my appreciation to all the participants for taking time out of your busy duties to attend this FGD.
And also, we would like to apologize for any mistakes and mispronouncing that we did during the event. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please have a wonderful evening, guys. Goodbye. See you then.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
Waalaikumsalam
wabarakatuh.
warahmatullahi
Thank you, Beta.
wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, everyone. See you later.
See you.
Halo teman-teman.
Halo. Mustafa tidur nih, Mustafa.
Anak beta jangan pada keluar dulu ya.
Recordnya udahan dulu, guys.
Oh iya, benar. Record, mati.